So we're going through Romans for a few weeks. Our series is We Are Rome. And every week during our sermons, we've been having you guys text in questions. We're trying to answer them midweek with Pastor, maybe a few other people on staff. So today we have Seth, and the question we have is, what's something bad that's happened in your life that later turned into something good?
Well, it makes me think about before the boys were born, we were living in Minnesota, and that was my first call to a church and school there. And Emily and I were both working, making decent money. I started getting into investing and wanted to maybe do real estate on the side, and I just started really learning a lot about how to use my resources wisely, and that just became a side passion. And you watch your savings grow, and that's a good thing. But I started putting a lot of time into it. A lot of things we would talk about, or what we want to spend our money on, or how I'm going to make this grow even more. And I'm just going to say that's not a bad thing. Talk to Dave Ramsey. It's good to prepare and take care of your family and use the resources God has given you. But what happened, and I can tell you what happened in just a second, the realization, but we moved to California and took a call there, and in 2008. We know what happened in 2008 if you followed the economics at all of the United States.
Not fun times for most people.
Not fun times. And it's hard to sell a condo that all of a sudden dropped 50% in value. And so we were stuck renting that out. It cost us a lot of money to renovate it and fix some things. And long story short, we lost pretty much all of our savings. Trying to save that and be good stewards of that, and not just walk away. So in the midst of all that, we learned a lot. Emily lost her job because of the recession. We had to go to one income. And I realized that I needed to find contentment in what God's giving me. And we never went without. We had everything we needed. We didn't have all those wants, and a lot of those dreams left. But I realized that, that scripture where it says you can't serve God and money.
Yeah.
You have to serve God first, and then use what He's given you. But I look back, and the money was starting to eke into what I was serving.
Yeah.
They started becoming more parallel rather than a first and down here. And God taught me that in a big way that really stunk.
Yeah.
And it was tough to make that change in that mindset, but I knew it was God.
Yeah.
I knew I had to learn that, and still learning it, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Be able to focus on Him.
It's incredible, just small things like that you see it time and time again throughout the Bible, but just small stories where God takes something that is very, very tough, and it's really tough to see Him working in it, but afterward you just see the amount of freedom, which is so backwards from the world thinks, of stepping away from money and maybe stepping away from this commitment or that, or stepping away from what the world sees as freedom is where we taste true freedom, and it's so backwards. But I think that's a great answer. So,
thanks.
Looking forward this Sunday, getting more questions. Text them in as you're listening to the sermon, and we'll look forward to answering them next week.